There's a heat wave just hit the UK, so what better way to spend it than locking yourself inside and falling in love all over again with the hologram electronics Microcosm. The one thing I've never done is sync this up to the MIDI clock, and I saw someone doing this on Instagram the other day and it was amazing, particularly for those choppy, rhythmic sounds that you can get from the Microcosm. So let's give it a go. So first things first, there we go. So MIDI cable, the other half of which is connected to the back of my Focusrite interface. So let's get this in the Microcosm. And we want to go MIDI in, because we want the MIDI from Logic in my interface to control what goes on in the Microcosm. Important to note that the MIDI cable coming out of your interface has got to be coming out of the MIDI out and going into the MIDI in on your Microcosm. So let's get this set up in Logic. We're going to hit File, Preferences, and we're going to Synchronization, over into MIDI. And then we're going to go to the top destination option where it says off, click that and hit your user interface, so Scarlett 8920 in this case, and then click clock. So then when you adjust your tempo, in this case again in Logic, you'll notice that the tap tempo on the Microcosm adjusts once you press space and start recording. And essentially at this point, the Microcosm is synced into the BPM of your DAW. Let's grab a guitar. Let's plug in. We bump the clock now and let's go to, let's make it really obvious. So we'll go to 100 BPM. And again, the MIDI out is talking to the MIDI in, Logic is talking through to the Microcosm. And we'll sped up the tempo in the Microcosm so it perfectly matches the drum track. Let's have a listen to that. Okay, sticking at 100 BPM, let's find a different sound. Okay, we'll go with glitch. Insane. Just flick this through to pattern. These are the presets that are built into this, and I've just tweaked it a little bit. But again, let's just hear what that sounds like. We're at 60 BPM. Exact same pattern, we'll jump it up to 100 BPM. And again, to reiterate, all I'm doing is changing the clock or the tempo in Logic, and you'll see the light here, the tempo light changing as I start playing and adjusting to whatever I set it. Same thing again, let's go 100 BPM. In my opinion, it's an absolute game changer for the Microcosm. So if you haven't done this yet, haven't tried this yet, then what are you waiting for? Just grab yourself a MIDI cable and you're good to go. If nothing else, just for recording and using the Microcosm as a studio tool, I think it's brilliant. By nature of the pedal, the Microcosm can be quite hard to tame, but actually using a MIDI cable, it's as simple as changing the tempo within your DAW. Obviously, this opens up loads of great implications to use for live settings as well if you set up with MIDI. If you're using this with the Microcosm already, then drop some comments below, let me know and how you find it. And if you've got any questions or you can't get it to work for you, then again, just drop some comments below and I'll be sure to help. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more content, then hit the subscribe button and notification, and we'll see you back here every week for a new video. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for stopping by.